Greetings, dear Sagittarius. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and do your September 2024 general monthly reading. So this is going to be an all-inclusive reading, and in this reading we're checking out your main theme, what your love situation looks like, if you're interested in that, what your career and finances are, and then finally we'll look at some advice for you for this particular reading. So if you're only interested in one of those 4 categories, just go ahead and check out the description of this video where you can see the timestamps that will be attached to each, right? So I'm using 4 different decks. It's essentially 4 mini readings in one. We're going to start with our general main theme. So what is the general dynamic around you for the month of September? And for that, we are using the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot. We'll be using this deck to pull those messages. Lovely little compact deck. And let's just set this for the sign of Sagittarius. So if you have Sagittarius and it is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your own life, always and only for your highest good. So let's go ahead and get into your main theme. That is at 120. Sagittarius, this is for you. What is the main dynamic in your life at this particular time? Okay, we're just going to pull a few cards out here. I don't have a specific number, but we're just going to get enough to get a general idea of what's happening now. What is the general main theme? So crowning that energy is the 7 of Swords. So this has something to do with perhaps a deception, or it's like being able to achieve things, but on like in a sneaky way, right? This also has to do with like lies or some type of like sneaking, cheating situation here, but let's see what this is in regards to. So 7 of Swords, crowned by the Tower. There's something that came crashing down. What that was like an unexpected event, almost feeling like the carpet has been pulled from underneath you. You're like, oh, I did not see that coming. All right, maybe that like deception can cause situations like that as well. And then 2 of Swords, this is definitely about a decision that you're in the process of making, or that you've made, okay, due to something sneaky that just really caused an interruption in a foundation of some sort. Let's see what more we can get here. Okay, 5 of Wands, too many people. This is like 5 of Wands is like competition. This is jealousy. This is too many cooks in the kitchen, right? This is many people vying for like one person or one job or one opportunity, right? And it's just like there's you and a few other candidates, okay? And maybe there are some people who are connected in some other way. I'm just saying this is in regards to a job. I'm not seeing anything emotionally related so far, but let's say this is in terms of like your work situation, or it could just be like maybe the whole bunch of you guys are vying for a promotion, for instance, and there's just a lot of people, and in between that there's a lot of people who are doing sneaky things to kind of get into the position in a backdoor way, right? And so decisions have been made, and maybe you thought, okay, well, I am the best candidate for this, there's no way they're gonna not include me into this, and then you realize that you're actually not a viable decision. So that could be that Tower moment. I mean, it's just something like that. And so maybe you need to make a decision about like, what do I do next? But let's clarify, it doesn't have to be job, it could also be love related, or a deceptive situation was found out. What is this? This is the Emperor. So I got the Emperor here. This is Aries energy. No, well, they don't have Aries here. This is Scorpio energy actually, but this is the Emperor, right? This is the Emperor. Let's pull a little bit more. Okay, now we got some stuff here. So we got the 4 of Cups, disappointing situation. And we've got, once again, this Queen of Pentacles, something that could have affected your household, right? With that Queen of Pentacles. It's like not feeling satisfied in your home situation. Maybe there's like some type of tyranny involved also when it comes to home and your home life. So I'm seeing like the main theme of whatever this is has something to do with like a deceptive cheating situation that brought a crumbling of a foundation. And like this month, you're thinking about a decision that you have to make. There's a lot of factors involved. There's a lot of people maybe even involved in this. But I think that this month, you're being required, so like it's like you don't have a choice. You have required to like really get your ish together, get your stuff in a row, get your ducks in a row, cross your T's, dot your I's, make sure that you're structured, make sure that you're organized, make sure that you're protected. I'm getting that kind of message, that you have to kind of like fend for yourself and put things in order. If you have been used to, or like you've gotten comfortable with other people like handling your business for you, or you being like almost like a passive driver in your life. Like I feel there's something here where you're being encouraged to really get ahead and be responsible for yourself, because I do feel that there's some type of like disappointment, and definitely has something to do with like your home life with that Queen of Pentacles. So there could be, let's just pull one more card and then we'll move into the next love situation. Now we got the Queen of Hearts. So you get two queens here. I know I said that's the last one, but just finish this out. This is a love situation. I'm glad I pulled that last card. So we got the Queen and the King. This is like a married couple. They've been emotionally tied to each other. And I feel like there's been some type of deceptive situation that's brought, like just an unexpected event you did not see coming. And maybe there could also be, I'm getting an element here that there could be an issue, like a power dynamic issue, where one person kind of like has all the power. And so like, let's say if you're in a dynamic where there's an unequal power dynamic, someone is sneaking out there, having an affair in the relationship, it's almost like they feel entitled to because they have this, or there's something that they're having over the other person, that they're like, well, they're not going to go anywhere. Like, this is the security that I have. And so it's making that other person really feel like, I don't feel appreciated here. I actually like have wishful thinking of going elsewhere, or even going back to the past, like of when I felt like I was better in the situation. And then it's just like, well, where's my head and where's my heart? But more importantly, where's my money? And it's like, this is something that you've probably invested, whoever this has invested their livelihood into, right? It's like you share a home with this person, you're just not like really happy. That's what I'm getting for your main theme right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle this up, and then we'll get to your love reading. All right, now let's continue on to the love portion of this reading. So if you are looking for some insight on whatever is happening with you and another person, or in a love situation, let's go ahead and see if we could gather some messages for that, Sagittarius. Okay, so this is for love. Even in our main theme, there was a really heavy energy on like a troubled relationship, definitely a love relationship that I was getting there. That was in that general main theme message. But let's see if we can get any additional messages. Could be a continuation on the message that we just heard. But these messages are courtesy of the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. So I'll be pulling messages about Sagittarius's love situation. All right, let's see, what energy do we have for that? What crowns the energy for Sagittarius in love? Ooh. You got two crowning messages, and they're almost like identical in their like ideas, right? You got the Seven of Wands, and then you got the Strength card. Okay, I feel like these like fortify each other in some way, because that Seven of Wands is all about standing up for yourself, having that determination, that bravery, that courage to really be able to stand in your power. And this is like, when I think about the Seven of Wands, it's like, I said what I said, right? So it has a very like strong-willed, but also like self-protective energy. And then this courage is also, let's say that's more of like that confidence, right? These, like I said, fortify each other. When we're talking about the Strength card, this is about that courage that you have, but it's not that courage that's just like this fake courage where I'm able to fake it and make it, fake it till you make it. No, this is like true inner bravery, right? That resides from within, and that can only be really brought about by like exercises and how to improve your courage level, or your bravery, so to speak. Okay, so you've got those as your crowning messages, but let's see what this is in regards to. clarify that, please. Okay, Ace of Swords. So definitely a new way of thinking, a new idea, or some clarity. You've got this Queen of Swords, right? That's come out, and this is more about like being honest, but also being like independent of thought and making sure that like decisions that you make are aligned with your head and your heart, and that you're not just doing things solely because they're logical or doing things solely because you're in a certain emotional state. Okay, so got to be objective in that. Let's see more information. Let's get some more detail on this. Okay. One more. And I just take jumpers. So the message I'm getting is I'm not getting a whole lot of connection to other people, honestly, in this. But what I am getting is perhaps like this is like maybe a single Sagittarius person who you're trying to figure out what's happening in your love life. And it's almost like the idea that I'm getting is that you in some ways feel like a little too self-reliant. And sometimes when we are solving all of our things by ourselves and we're taking care of everything, and we've been so independent and so fiercely guarded, but also like been in this self-protective mode, right? Because we know that we can do it on our own, and it's just like you want someone to be in addition to your life, and not like you're settling or compromising in any way. So I feel that there's this energy that comes through you where there's a breakthrough, like you have like this moment of clarity when it comes to like how you've previously kind of thought about relationships, and it's almost like this truth where you're maybe like rethinking things, and you're not thinking like, oh, I've been wrong in the past, I wish I wouldn't have. It's more of just like maturing insight as you've gone through an experience of being so independent, being in such a self-protective mode, that it gives you this insight, this new truth, right? With this Ace of Swords, gives you this insight with this Queen of Swords, that it's just like you can be independent but also want to be connected to your heart space too. That it's okay to link these two things, our head and our heart, together. And maybe you've been from what it seems like, because usually with that Seven of Wands and that Strength card, this is like, I feel more of being in your head space where you've been like so logical about the decisions that you've made in regards to relationships that you probably entertain. And so I'm seeing you get like, there's something about this month where there's a shift of perspective somehow, and I think that you're able to like, it's not something you're pessimistic about. It's something that you can accept. There's some type of like victory that is involved in this too. And you realize that in life, everything deserves to have balance, right? Because you got this Temperance, which really just calls for you to just be patient, to be balanced, to understand that like the right things and situations will come to you in the right time. Because right now, you could just be looking for like peace and serenity, and maybe there just isn't really this big need to like, there's a want maybe for a connection, but there isn't a need, because you understand you've already done the work of like standing on your own, and now you're just looking for someone to really add that peace or add a balance to your life. Okay. But it's like just this really cute, like innocent energy of like you're definitely open for people, like your DMs are open, you're welcoming love if it's there for you. I'm just getting a very encouraging message for for whatever Sagittarius. And I feel like this is really talking to more of my single Sagittariuses that don't have such a hard look on love at this time. I feel like something really shifts in you with September, and it softens you in a way. You become a little bit more idealistic. Maybe you're meeting people who are more aligned with you at this time, and it puts you in the state of really like, maybe there's people that you meet or a person that you meet that you're like, okay, like I'm meeting like a different kind of people based on like my perspective change. Okay. And sometimes it just takes that shift in perspective before we start meeting people that are somewhat aligned to where we are. Okay. Because it's solely like everything in this play, all of our interactions are operated off of an energetic frequency, honestly. So when we change sometimes the way that we think, like sometimes it even softens our face when people like come and approach us, you know? So there's this energy here with this Three of Wands, which is just like looking forward to things. Okay, it's not like, oh God, like what is that? You know, it's more like, okay, like this is getting better. I can see like potential in this, but in no way I'm seeing any like desperation or this yearning or this like, oh I gotta, like it's so introspective. Like I feel like your approach to love this month is so introspective, but there is definitely like clarity that you're achieving at this time, that just like I'm feeling like this message is so change of perspective, and I'm really thinking this love message feels more of like an empowering message for a single Sagittarius who was like about to throw in the towel, and maybe they're hearing this message and they're like, okay, like I am thinking this. I know that this perspective, that change of perspective that I've been having is something real. Okay, so that's the situation for your love. Let's go ahead and shift into your career and finances. All right, and continuing on, we are now shifting into the career and finance part of the reading. So we're just looking at what that's looking like. If you're looking for some advice or insight on what's happening in your career and finances, let's go ahead and check out what messages there are for you. And we are using, for this particular reading, we're using the Hermetic Tarot to pull those messages. So let's check out what's in store for career and finances for Sagittarius. Okay, your crowning energy is universe. There's a completion of some sort here. You have finished something. There's a grand closing perhaps, but like a welcoming thing. When we talk about the universe, it's like, aha, I have done it. This is a finality, so to speak. So this is where you go. This is like university to getting a job, right? It's like a new chapter is beginning, but it's like you're at the end of this old chapter, and so now you're waiting for new opportunities. Okay, so this could be people who are coming out of school, people who've just gotten promotions, people who've just gotten a job, who've just gotten onto a job, finished a training program, started a business, did the paperwork to, you know, to certify yourself for something. But so this definitely has something to do with completing the chapter of something and waiting for something new. So let's see. Ooh. Four Swords. Okay, it's been probably slow. Four Swords is like a lot of okay. Or what it really could mean is that now that you're at the end of it, maybe it's been very arduous. It's been a difficult journey. And now you're just kind of ready to kind of relax, because you know that there are like some important decisions that have to be made with this Two of Swords. But I feel like this card is called the Lord of Rest from Strife. It's just like you've been like that. When I'm thinking of this universe, this maybe, especially when it has to do with something in your career and finances, I feel like whatever you've been doing has been like a lot. And now before you even make a decision on what to do, you gotta rest up. I don't know if you need to go on a little vacay, take some time off, treat yourself to something, but there's definitely something that's telling me that if you don't rest, you're gonna burn out before you start this new chapter. So this is a great like bookmark place for you to just like chill for a second before you make a decision on what you need to do. Let's get some more info. King of Pentacles, you're really like looking to, because I feel like whatever opportunity, whatever like energy you're trying to go forth when it comes to like your career and finances, you want it to be like something that's long-term, something that you can be into for the long haul, but something that's also going to give you a fair amount of stability in the future, something that you can kind of count on for the long run. We're talking about this King of Pentacles. This is like long-term retirement energy, making choice and sound financial decisions about yourself and your life, right? Utilizing all of the opportunities and resources that you have available to you to make the best for your future. This is forward thinking. Big Papa energy, right? And then we got the Hierophant. This is like committing to a course of action. Hierophant is like, okay, if you want to be a doctor, like you're looking at all of the qualifications of what you need to do that, right? From scores you need to get into, schools you need to go into, what you need to study, like what that program looks into, whatever that is, okay? But I feel that Hierophant is just, it's that conformity in a way. It's just like you have a steady path of what you really want to achieve right now. I'm getting that and you want it to be like, this is tried and true method of how I go about to achieving this goal, right? That leads to this amount of money. Like, you're not looking to experiment with anything. You're looking for things that show market success through having people in the past go through it. Okay, and then we got the Seven of Swords. Okay, it's like whatever, like, I feel like that's more of a warning that there might not be any shortcuts in this, right? You've got to stay true to it. Four of Pentacles, and you got to stay steadfast, because that Four of Pentacles is being able to save yourself, and it's also not save yourself, but I would say Four of Pentacles is more about like being frugal and understanding that it's not immediate gratification, that there's going to be like a fair amount of holding back that and restraint that you'll need to like be participating in for some time, right? Because I feel like that Seven of Swords is like, you could be tempted to take shortcuts and things, but Hierophant is also like encouraging you. There's already been a formulated like journey for you to go through. You don't need to like take shortcuts, okay? And that what you really need to do is just pay attention, be frugal, hold back, okay? Because you'll be disappointed if you don't. Four of Cups. This is like the wishful thinking. This is like shoulda, coulda, woulda. If I would have did this, you know. So I feel like there is a message here for somebody. Don't take shortcuts. Okay, if there's a formula, people have been doing it way before you. Okay, I think that's all we're gonna pull for that. Yeah, I think that's a clear message. No more. All right, so general message for Sagittarius here. You've got something new coming up. Make sure to take your time to process through all of the things. Cross your T's, dot your I's. You know exactly where you want to go. Take the method that is tried and true, right? Avoid shortcuts and making sure that you're being reasonable, you're being frugal, you're kind of holding back, right? Because if you don't, you might have some regrets with that. Even though like right now you could be in this shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I were. You're not right now, but you are working on that plan so that later on, right, you could be like ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. All right, so that's the message I got for your career and finances. All right, Sagittarius, and then we are going to close this reading out with some advice, and we are just going to do an oracle message for this, and we are using the Chakra Insight Oracle to pull your message. So I will pull a card for you, and then we'll end your reading with some advice. You had some pretty eclectic storylines here, going from the general to the love to the career. So let's see what collective advice we can get for you between these readings. Show me some advice for Sagittarius. Okay, so you've got actually two messages, okay? Your first one is to really just focus on your solar plexus chakra. That's located right here by your navel. And that is the seat of where we hold our self-confidence. This is our power, our inner child, the choices we make, our boundaries, like how we kind of feel about ourselves. But our solar chakra also represents our intellect. It talks about our ambition, our will, our personal power, who we are as individuals, how self-assured we are. It's our identity, how we feel about ourselves, our freedom of choosing is the ego, and also reflected with our personality. So some great affirmations that you can do to help be aware and activate your solar chakra. Say things like this: I am strong, standing in my personal power today. I am worthy of being loved, respected, and listened to. I am proud, confident, and happy with myself. I deserve and accept the life I dream of. I choose to move forward in life. And I can definitely see how that's related to all three of your readings from before. So I think that's a really good message for you. I think you've got a fair amount of like great self-worth, and that's like to keep that fire going, right? And your second one that you've got is forgiveness. This is associated with your heart chakra. Okay, and forgiveness, when we talk about the word forgiveness, I'll read the message for you. But forgiveness is about letting go. It's about healing, growth, and compassion. Let go of unresolved grief and blame toward yourself and others. The path of freedom awaits. It's time to let go of unresolved grief and blame toward yourself and others. When we cling to pain and grievance, we create blockages in our heart that dampen our energy and experience. Even if we believe we are justified in holding back forgiveness, in the end, we are the ones who suffer the most. Like a fragile wound freshly cleaned, when we release old anger and resentment, we may at first feel raw and vulnerable. It is here in our vulnerability that we are wide open and sensitive enough to truly allow healing to begin. In this letting go, there is a strength and lightness of being that has the power to transform. This card is an invitation to allow the energy of forgiveness to move through you. If you have not had the chance to fully express your grief or anger, you may wish to write down your feelings, cry, or even yell if you need to. Express what comes up for you, and then be willing to let it go. Whatever it is, it does not need to define who you are, nor does it deserve to burden your heart any longer. Look at what you have learned and how you have grown from your experience. See the situation, yourself, and others with compassion and empathy. Recognize that we are all human and that mistakes actually lead to our growth and better understanding of each other. Look for the positive. Forgiveness does not mean that you agree with whatever has occurred. It just means that you can choose to accept things as they are and realize that they are now in the past. Be grateful for the new understanding and perspective you have on things. Trust and allow all of life's imperfections, including your own, to be released into the breeze, where they may spiral their way lightly back to earth. Set yourself free through forgiveness. All right. That's what I got for you, dear Sagittarius. That was your advice. That was all of your tarot. I hope that was helpful for anyone who listened to this message. Please do comment, like, and subscribe for additional content. My name is Tifa. I do tarot, and you can find more information in the description of this video. Or if you'd like to book me for personal readings, I also offer that. I'm in the Phoenix area as well. So I do parties, I do events. So feel free to reach out to me. In the About section of my channel, you can find some helpful links there. I wish you the best of luck, prosperity, wealth, love, all of that, all of the good things, Sagittarius, for the month of September. Take care. Bye.